What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a 2014 Silverado. This should cover, I think, up to the 2020 Silverados, but we're going to be doing a blend door motor. And to do this, I got this lifted up, but to do this you want to remove this upper glove box and the lower glove box. Pretty easy to do, to remove them. So you're going to have some Torx bits up here. I think they're T15s, two right there, and then there should be some on the bottom, but you can pop this out like that, and it should come down. And then once you do that, you can see these right here pretty easy, but once you do that, you should be able to almost pull the door off, if I remember correctly. If not, you could still get a I think there's 7 millimeters up inside of here. You may have to use like a little universal, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. But you do have like a little cable piece right there as well. So let me get this upper glove box and this lower glove box, and I can show you a little bit better. Well, we got it out right here. Here are the bolts. You have 6 of 15 Torx, and then 2 7 millimeters. And then if you take this little like retractor out on the little side door piece right there, you can see that hole. You just literally push it forward and it pops right out. But if you do that, you can get to the bottom 7 millimeters. But I forget about the little 15 Torx right here. There's 2 of them on the bottom. They go through and come straight up, so they can be a little bit of a pain to get to sometimes if you do them lasso. Try to do those first. But now we are in here, and the mode door or temperature door, whatever, blend door, however you want to call it, is up over here. Now, to get to it, there's a module up here on the top, and then there's another module straight back. You're going to take both of those out. Pretty easy. You got, I think, 4 connectors, 3 or 4 connectors on this one. You just pull right out. Get them. Come on. Now be careful. Some of these connectors are pretty tight. Come on. One more. All right. Here are your connectors, and your module is right there. You can actually pull the module out. You just have to take the bracket off. This is your module. I can get it to stay up there on the trans tunnel. But that's your module. There's your connectors down there. This one only had 4. There are 5 connectors, but you only have 4. You get your gray, your black, your blue, and a green. And then you only need, on this one, you only need the blue and the black. You don't need the green one. Then you get your gray one and your black one. They're color coded, can't get them mixed up. Then you'll have, I think, 2 7 millimeters. One right there, and then one right there. And you got a third one up in there. So take your 7 millimeter, pull that out, then you can pull this bracket piece out. Here's the bracket I was talking about. You can see 2 7s on that, 1 on top. I put them down here in my little tray so I don't lose them. And now, I don't know how well you can see, but if you go straight back, there is a little piece. Come on. Oh, got dropped, y'all. But this piece right here, if you just push in on that, push up and slide back, this will come right out. There it is. The connectors are labeled. I only had a brown and a black, so yours may have 4 depending on what amenities you have on your truck. This right here is just basic controls on this, nothing crazy, but this just slides right out. Nothing crazy holds it in. Like I said, literally it was sitting in there like that. Disconnected them, pulled it out. Basically it was sitting in there like that, pulled it this way and pulled it towards me. Pretty simple. Now, let's see if we can see this thing. So it is right there. You can kind of see the connector, but that's where it lives. There's only two T15s that holds it in. And then the connector, one of the connectors, the like holes, is for a pin location, so you can keep it in the right location. What you want to do is you want to go in and reach over, and you can kind of see how I got my arm where that second module was, and you can reach everything right there. I actually have a lot of room in here to do this, so it's nothing that you can't do with like a regular ratchet and stuff like that. But where my finger is, right there, you see it moving at the top, that is where one of your T15s is, and you go diagonally across, and the other one is right across from it. And the third one is just like I said, it's just a little pin locator. So I'm gonna get my arm up in there again with, just going to use this ratchet with just my regular T15 on there and get it to come out. We got it out, and pretty simple to get out. The hardest thing is getting, because it sits in here like that. Here's that front bolt I was touching with my finger. There's your other one. That's just your pin locator. Hardest thing is getting to this one. You have to kind of reach. You can kind of see where my arm is all scratched up and kind of grooved up. But that's the old one. Here's the new one. We did get a Murray DA1268. Just make sure they look identical. And yes, they're going to be located different for the time being. You may have to rotate your little knob in there to get this to line up correctly. But once you do, it should be pretty easy. It slides down in there, and you don't have to worry about anything like messing up or any of that stuff, you know. But just make sure you get that lined up correctly. So I'm going to put this back in and start tightening it down. The bolts are silver, so for anybody who's wondering, that is the little screw bolts. Now I'm gonna stick it back up in here, and like I said, goes like this, connector facing towards the driver's side, and it just goes up. You can kind of see my hand right here, and it goes all the way over. So, and it's a little difficult to find at first, but then just have to line up the door. That is the hardest part, is lining up the door. So let me get this in here, line it all up, and whenever I get through, bring y'all back. It's basically reversal. I know people hate that, where people say, oh, it's just a reversal of the removal, but I mean, just get your arm in there and get it in there as best you can. And if you want to, I'll come back and show y'all how all these computers like bend and fold up in there. Excuse me, I'm burping, but I will show y'all that. All right, see that right there? That is that little bracket of that auxiliary computer that we took out. And the little tabs, they slide like that little bracket. You have to slide it into little holes and push it down, and it goes into like a little tab container piece. And then this is your other control module. Turn this off. Getting this in here is a little tricky because it goes in there just like this. So I had to kind of move all these wires out of the way, and you have to put it upside down and flip it just about. And it is a little bit of a tight fit. Come on. Just make sure you don't pinch any wires. connectors or any of that stuff. But yeah, they go in backwards. Not upside down, backwards, people. Sorry. And then you have to feed it up. It's hard to do this one-handed, but you have to do it upside down and then flip it up. That's the way you have to do it. So let me do this. Let me get it in here, because like I said, it's hard to do it one-handed. And I'm on my phone, not my camera. All right, we got it back together. And you can see still got the soft close. Hook that back up pretty easy. And she's all good. Whenever you hook in your modules, you may hear like stuff run. It's just because it's resetting stuff to where it was, especially like the blend door and stuff. It will reset it to where it's supposed to once you turn the vehicle off. That's just how it does. You'll hear like some motors actually. You might even hear your blower motor kick on for like a half a second or something, but that's normal. But just crank it up after you get through. Make sure that it works right. Make sure everything's working good and all that stuff, and you should be good to go. But y'all know any tips or tricks for doing this quicker that doesn't make your arm look like this? Let me know. Everybody else would love to know too. And also appreciate all the likes, follows, subscribes, notification bells, all that good stuff. Does help out the channel. And thank y'all for anything that y'all have done to help with the channel. It means a lot to me. Also, got anything else? Don't even have to pertain to a Silverado, pertain to any car. Hit me up on Instagram. I will answer or try to answer any questions that y'all have. But till next time, y'all know what to do. Hit all the likes, subscribe, notification bells, check out other videos, and remember, torque this tight. Y'all have a great day.